Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of Quad V, where tonight we're bringing you guys more Corsair Vengeance Challenge action, where it'll be Dignitas versus Phantasmagoria in the semi-finals, and alongside myself, I have D-Man. D-Man, how are you doing?
I'm very good, thank you very much. It's good to be back with Call of Duty 4, especially in the week that Modern Warfare 3 has been released, and I'm sure everybody probably playing it has had a good look at it.
No, definitely. You actually say that. I mean, Fantasy, Blackmane, both of those guys have been live streaming pretty much, the past 2 days solid. And I actually hope it doesn't impact their aim too much, because they really have been getting into it quite a bit. So, I mean, Blackman, I think, is on level, 60 or 70 now. Cower is probably into prestige mode by now. But, yeah, I mean, those guys have really been playing away at the Modern Warfare 3. Hopefully it doesn't affect their aim too much, because that's all I've been seeing them play the last 3 days. But, yeah, Phantasmagoria knew that they were going to be coming up with a big struggle in this match. I had a little chat with them beforehand. So they are a little bit, they're a little bit nervous about this match. They know what's on the line. They know it is the semi-finals. And, of course, they know that they need to win every single round they can get here. It is best of 3, so, if they do lose the first one, it is still fine. But, yeah, I mean, straight up into the first round here. Quickly going to do a possible roster rundown for Phantasmagoria. We have Robon's Alking, Vey, Zabza, and Katana. And then for Dignitas side, we have Blackmane, Mark, Fantasy, Delru, and Cower. So, I mean, it's all on the lines now. The winners of this go up against Lowland Lions.
Yeah, indeed, and it's a return of some of the classic teams, as it were, with the Dignitas, your Lowland Lions. I saw Fnatic obviously got knocked down to the lower bracket as well. Pretty much all the old school guys are all in there, but I don't think the aim will be affected too badly. Just going back to that point with Modern Warfare 3, I've got to be honest, from playing it myself, it feels just the same. It's like a reskinned, slightly fresher graphics. But overall, underneath, it is still the same game. So I think they're going to be actually benefiting from it. Obviously, the slight difference in some of the guns and the maps are all completely different. But other than that, we are going live for the knife round. Actually, that's a light. Someone's just gone down with a grenade. What's that all about?
No doubt they'll probably go for a knife round the next one. But now talking about a little bit of the Modern Warfare quickly. I mean, from your experiences, do you think, let's just go for it. Do you think it's going to be competitive? It's been on the scene's mind for the last few days. There have been threads saying we should all just move over. It's a strong community. It's going to take a couple of months for, hopefully a mod to come out or something like that. But do you think it has any capabilities to become in any way competitive?
Well, yes. I mean, when you look at the two games that come out, obviously Battlefield 3 came out a week or two ago, and Modern Warfare 3. Modern Warfare 3 is certainly in a better position. It's certainly more team-worthy. I was on the Ready Up TV the other day talking to Odie just about this exact thing. And in terms of sort of tournament play, Modern Warfare 3 is certainly more ready to go, as it were, out of the box. Still, you're going to need your pro mod sort of things thrown in there, probably. Obviously, you've got all these goddamn assists left, right, and centre that will be cut out, and it will always need tweaking. But straight out of the box, it is much more ready to go than a lot of the FPSs of recent times, and that's probably due to the fact that they had this Black Ops tournament, etc. for the Xbox. They've had these tournaments, so Activision themselves and Infinity Ward are kind of a bit more up to date, I think, with their esports and what they kind of want themselves out of it. Because when you've got the companies like EA Games, DICE are throwing $1.6 million to, I think it is, Battlefield 3. You can guarantee that Infinity or Activision or whoever's going to do it, are probably going to come out with something similar somewhere along the lines. Whether that will be for a console or the PC is another matter, because obviously at the end of the day, Xbox is king for Modern Warfare. It sells far superior to everything else. But yeah, I mean, I think it is kind of ready to go. It's like Modern Warfare was at the start. It was good, but it needed the pro mod. So I just hope there is the capabilities of the guys, anyone out there who is modding it.
The guys that want to spend their time to make it a little bit competitive. But, mentioning about the Xboxes and stuff, and of course we are pretty much a PC esports scene over here. Counter-Strike Go allows cross-platform play. Now, to me, that puts a massive smile on my face, because I think it's going to end that debate and start a whole bunch of new ones between the whole two scenes. But, Counter-Strike Go as a whole, are you looking forward to it?
I'm not sure. I don't know. I've tried to look forward to it because I loved CS back in the day when everybody did. When you were a teenager, when you actually, to be fair, you lot were. I'm a good about 10 years ahead of you guys, but
When we
but
were
when the
still in our
beta was,
cots and prams.
yeah, when you guys were young whippersnappers, I was playing the beta, and it was all absolutely brilliant, and everybody loved it, and it was a fantastic game. However, I'm not sure really what's moved on when I look at CS:GO, and I just think, what's I mean, I can see little bits and pieces, and yeah, like you say, it's going to end the PC console debate. PC mouse users are going to wipe the floor with any stupid console user that thinks he's any good at aiming. Yeah, then I don't know. Well, I guess we'll see. A multiplayer I-44 have a show match on, which is obviously in 2 weeks' time. So we'll get to see it then live in the UK. And anyone around Europe, I'm sure you would have seen, say, Intel Extreme Masters New York. They had a show match on there. Joe Miller did a show match there, and it's got potential, but it's got a long way to go. I mean, after speaking with Joe when he initially went to the CS:GO sort of when they all got invited over to the Valve studios, they basically all on the first day they were like, "What the is this?" Sort of thing, and they okay, and Valve took on board everything they said, and they've developed it a lot since then. But it seems to be very reactionary to exactly what the community want, which is good and it's bad because the community kind of knows what it wants, but they don't.
Everyone's
always know
really
what they want.
undecided.
Yeah, they don't. They're not always great at listening to the community. You've got to have good, strong game developers that know what they want themselves as well. But I guess we'll soon see. It's just another esports game that could be out there. There's a lot of them out there at the moment. Then obviously, like I say, the esports scene, you've got the MOBAs. You've got like 3 or 4 of them coming out. So the esports is growing massively. Let's not get away from that. So Modern Warfare 3, in that perspective, has probably got a great future. So I'm glad that all the old Call of Duty players are returning to go back to it because they were all high skilled. Obviously, they got the new generation of Call of Duty players that are going to come through as well. There will be very, very good players that have come through that were probably underage when the other one came out or something like that, and suddenly you're going to find some new superstars. That's what I'm hoping for, instead of the old faces, which I'm kind of used to.
Yeah, meet some new ones at LAN. No, but I think the one thing that, I mean, a lot of people despise, some people love it, is the knife round in any game. Now, CS:GO takes a little bit more to
The
different
bash
note.
round, it used to be.
They've got tasers. I think that's brilliant. I think it's going to be awesome just walking around zapping people.
I'm with Tosspot, I gotta be honest. Random script, flip coin. Job done.
Ah.
It's pointless, and nobody ever takes it seriously, really,
No.
when it comes down to it. So it's kind of just, for us as commentators, it's just a waste of time to sit around talking, like we're doing now. But it's good to fill. I don't know. I did get a text message actually off Aspec saying ready up. I was like, cheers for that, Aspec.
Not me.
No, me.
Oh,
It was
right.
me, I hadn't ready up, but we have done this time. We're just waiting for Cower, I believe. So this match here, I mean, Dignitas versus a Phantasmagoria. Lots of old faces, a couple of new ones, but generally it is pretty much the old crowd. Looking at the names now, I pretty much know all of them from even back in 2008, 2009. The Summer Tours, a lot of them were on that. How do you see this one going? I mean, Dignitas have had a pretty big result. Was it last week? Was it mid-weekend?
Versus the Nexus.
Yeah, I mean that was a big result because Nexus have been kind of tearing up the LAN events, haven't they?
That's
while
too
they've been
true.
gone.
They really have been on top. They've been laying down the practice nearly every single night, and then Dignitas come along and take a 2-1 against them. So, you know, again, it's and they are the younger team. I mean, the Nexus have been coming from so long. They've been together for so long. And, you know, people always say the key to strong team development and strong team play is staying together for a long period of time. And the Nexus definitely had that in their favor. But Dignitas just, you know, outplayed them. And Phantasmagoria, again, this is now where I'm kind of two minds on it, because Phantasmagoria have been, you know, together for quite some time. They've been playing really well. But could we see that just overpowering sheer brute force and skill coming from Dignitas again tonight, and just, you know, taking it to Fan to play it up against Lowland Lions in the finals? But I mean, even if Dignitas make the finals in this one, I think it's going to be a massive achievement for their new team. I guess we are just still waiting for One more plate's already up, and then we are going to be getting it underway here on City Streets. Which I'm so, again, I'm split-minded about this one. I know Phantasmagoria with Zabza and that SMG is just going to be ridiculous to watch, but on the same note, you know, you got the AKs from Dignitas just covering that B side. I don't think Zabza's going to have as much free movement as he wants, and if, you know, Fantasy is scoping again, loads of trouble on the way.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, is this definitely going to be the map to start with? We're not going to have like a suddenly random knife round and change map like they did before.
I don't think we should. I doubt these guys are in that kind of mindset of, no, we just love doing this to all the commentators. We're going to flick through all the maps and then flip a coin and see which one we actually want to play.
Yeah, you never know with these guys. I don't know actually. I mean, like you say, if all these guys have been playing Modern Warfare 3 for the last week, all of them are going to have their aim in, so that's not going to be a question. Nobody's been slacking because
sorry, I feel bad for jumping in, but the only reason I say that it would affect me, because it affected me. It affected me heavily, because you couldn't set a specific number. There's no console in Modern Warfare 3. I, for one, am a person that plays in COD 4 on 0.4 mouse sense. And you can't just use a slider to select that in Modern Warfare 3. I could not move my mouse, you know, get the slider low enough so that I can feel good with the mouse sense. I even turned down the DPI in my mouse, and I just, you know, I couldn't get it low enough. So my aim had been completely messed up the past few days. Anyone that has played with me, like, I played a game of COD this afternoon, I bottom fragged the whole way like a champion. So yeah, I'm a recovering Modern Warfare 3 player at the moment, and then again, I don't know how much they're going to suffer from it. I don't know if it's going to affect them. We'll definitely see it come out tonight if it does. And I see there we find the problem. This cow that is actually timed out.
That would be an issue. I can see what you're saying from there. I mean, personally, I'm always quite a high sensitive mouse user, so I do know what you're saying with the slider. Yeah, it can be an issue, especially with the pro guys that be using. They're so used to the precision that they may have issues, but I'd have thought they'd have probably switched back to this enough to practice, which they're certainly getting enough practice at the moment. Let's put it that way. We're having a delay. I'm guessing, is Blackman going to be scoping when you say Fantasy might be?
Fantasy had I mean, you asked that question, I was also pretty astounded myself the first time I saw it, but Fantasy has kind of picked up the scope role for this team. I also tried to ask Mark earlier, you know, what weapons are you guys looking to play? Because I thought, you know, I'll just add it to the thread. I'll say he's going to be playing what weapon and stuff. And he said it's whatever map and whatever side they're on. They don't actually have fixed weapons per player. Each of them feel confident enough to be able to take a weapon and adapt it to their role that they need to play. So if one player feels very confident on B and decides the one round he needs an SMG and the one round he needs an AK, the team adapts, and they do it that way. And that is actually something I find brilliant, to have that adaptability and to have that, you know, free play with any gun you kind of want in the team. Can only benefit them really in the end. So Fantasy has been scoping the last few times.
You are interfering now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's happened, but I know what you're saying, and it's exactly what the Dignitas of old used to do. But they didn't really have the set roles. They had, for a period, they had 2 scopes, and they just rotated through. Obviously, they had Sokolon and Blackman for a while that used to rotate round, and I guess they've sort of come back together, considering it's the old players, etc. They're all in there. They've come back with the same mentality. Looks like we are actually going to go live for. Is it going to be the knife round to start with? No, yes it will be. It's just they're just going to flash each other for lols. So they are going to go for the knife aim. It's going to go into the marketplace, diving and missing there, and Delru just holding back. Oh, it's almost a tactical knife round here. The Dignitas are now finally diving in there, trying to get the knives on. They will do. Fantasy are losing 2 players there. Phantasmagoria, I should say, not Fantasy, not to confuse with Dignitas Fantasy there. This could get fun later on. So can't say fan, can I really? Can't really just shorten it like I used to. We are following it. It's just Katana versus Fort. Manages to take one down. And Blackmane taking down Delru, evening up the sides to a 2-on-1. Finally, Blackmane gets the kill. And what side will they pick? And that is the question. I mean, defensive side always used to be the strong one in this one. I guess that's probably what they're going to go with. As just to prove me wrong. Yes, they are. No, they are going defensive. Yeah, so it generally was the better side to start with. And I guess they're going to stick with the old traditions.
No, I mean, it's always the safe one. It's always the one, you know, going into your first game kind of thing. You don't want to play it all out aggressive on the first round. You want to be able to sit back, just, you know, really actually get into the game. Because like, you know, mentioned this now before, it is the semi-finals. These guys realize what's on the line now. They realize how close they are to this final. And, you know, just getting into the final, they're already securing themselves, you know, quite a bit of cash. You know, taking third place, again. Securing themselves a bit of money. But, of course, they want to get into that top 2 bracket. So they are going to be playing it, I feel, really defensively. I'm going to say it, they're going to be keen. I'm expecting a rather long game out of this one. And as I said, it is best of 3. I wouldn't be surprised if we take it 2-1. I was, again, chatting to some of the fan guys earlier, and they said, you know, some of the maps that they're feeling really uncomfortable about, something like Strike, they will go and eliminate it first because they know how good Dignitas are in it. Crossfire, they think they might have the edge, but again, it's one of those, if it's down to it, they'd rather not want to play it against these guys. They're feeling good about maps like City Streets, like Crash, and like Backlot. They want that close range ability, they want to allow Zabza that free roam, and they don't want to allow, you know, just Dignitas to walk all over them. So, yeah, seems like we did actually get the first one here, of course. Now it is City Streets, and at the moment we have got Dignitas on defense, Fan on attack. So,
yeah, no. How will we pronounce it? Vi? Is it? Are we sticking with Viking?
Vey. I just call him Vey.
Yeah, I always thought it was Vey. You never
Vey.
know though with the Finnish or the Scandinavian pronunciations, or it could be different from Scandinavia to Spain to Germany. You never know what to make of these names. So we're going to go with Vey. Okay, I can work with that one. We're going to go live for the first round, so I might as well take it away since I'm already blathering. Watching Elking at the moment, has got the bomb. Switching across to Delru. Delru coming through the smoke, gets tagged straight down. First man down is going to be Robbins getting the kill. Robbins gets the second one on Fantasy there. Spinning across to Vey. Vey's going to come through the arches, comes around the backside, managed to take down Kawa. He's going to go through, going to have Blackmane up the stairs just above him. Marco already being tagged up. Just around the wall, does manage to get taken down. Actually, it's Mark. There's Blackmane. Comes around, gets a deagle. He's going to go 4v1. He's going to have to pick up the ace to pull this off, which is going to be something special in the first round. I don't quite think he's going to have the aim in, despite all the work. And Robbins picks up a triple kill there, I believe, in that round. So nice start from Phantasmagoria.
Definitely, they kind of did the, you know, wait for the nades out on the mid area, go for the B push, and they hit it hard. They did not allow Dignitas the opportunity to really rotate there, and pretty much caught off guard. Blackmane was still trying to rotate by the time that they were getting that bomb down, and there were 4 players on that bomb site. So very well played there from Fan. And again, we see the slow mid push. They're dropping into the market at the moment, trying to clear it out. We have got Vey trying to push up this mid arch, and again, they're taking it slow. Delru sitting in on this A site. There are 2 players towards car park, so if he's patient enough, it might just pay off. Now we see, looking over here at Mark, we are near 30 seconds into this round, and not a single player has dropped. Vey pushing up through mid. He's going to see if he can find a scope here. We have got Delru finally engaging, but Robbins is going to get the better of him and finish him off. And Dignitas have got the edge early on into the, or I say early on, finally into this game. Fantasy evening it up though, and now it seems that the bomb is actually going to be rotating into A. Elking with that AK has got that range. He's going to be popping out that smoke. Is he going to go for a fake? No, it's going to be a real. He's got to be careful of nades. Of course, Dignitas will have a couple spare, and Blackmane will land it. Robbins pushing up to take out Blackmane though, and Kawa's in there for the revenge frag. Now it's down to a 2-on-2. Dignitas moving in. It is Mark and Kawa versus Zabza and Vey. Smoke's going to go down on the bomb. They do know that Phantasmagoria have got the positional advantage though. Zabza taking out Mark. It's down to a 1-on-1. Kawa's moving in on this bomb side. It is smoked up. He knows Vey's in towards that A arch. He's going to have to play it slow. Vey lands a couple of tags down to Kawa. He's going to run away. There's only 14 seconds left on the bomb here. Is Kawa going to hold it down? He is. Is there going to be a nade coming out? Vey's going to come down. There's only 7 seconds left on the bomb. He should be able to pick this one up easily. He does do so. And he takes it to 2-0 for his team. And wow, that was really slow play. But again, it pays off.
Indeed. Very tactical play. And it's kind of expected. We are into the very late stages of the tournament. As mentioned, watching Zabs scoping it up, trying to look for Blackmane. Switches across. Just heard the scope go off in the distance. You can see Elking with the bomb just around him as well. Tries to get a look across, cannot get any glimpse whatsoever. Elking going to toss out that nade and rotate round the looks of it. Nope, he's going to stick on it. Looks like it is going to be an A push again. They were successful, so why not? Take your time. Robin's getting tagged up heavily. Let's spin across to see if we can find him. Delru in the marketplace. And Robbins has backed away. So Delru is just going to back up. Spin back around towards the A site. Let's have a look, see what we can see. Katana taking a glimpse. They've got 3 men about to make their way in. Elking's switched across. He's going to get a glimpse across top arches now. Vi's going to come in around in towards the arches to the marketplace. Does manage to come around, catches a glimpse of Delru. Delru tagging him up heavily though. Vay is injured heavily. Katana comes around in support, takes him down with the deagle. Nicely played, good team support. This is just the one man to the good, and now it's 2. Blackmane goes down. Robbins getting taken down by Mark. They're just about taking him up. Mark comes around to the archers. Oh, he just gets away as Vay pops around the corner. Fantasy also picking up a kill, but Yankel was there. And really another nice round from Fan there. Very slowly played out, like you said again, but really well executed. When they went in, they all went in as a team.
It's really, I'm loving to see this meticulous play. They're precisely moving it together. They're making sure all the angles are covered. They're waiting for the nades where they can, and their nades again are spot on. They're throwing them where they need to go, and they're preventing the players from Dignitas to side push out. We do see Robbins here dropping into mid. There is one on the stairs across the market side. It is Mark, and will take him out with ease. And again, that's mid push. It seems that they're pretty much dominating mid and then just deciding where to go. Dalru's going to drop again. 4 rounds now. Dalru has not gotten a frag, and that's really going to start hitting his team. See Robbins pushing through the B arch. Fantasy with that deagle coming in from the back. Seems, and here we go. Now we see that adaptive play. He's got an SMG. Blackmane's on scope, changing it up a little bit. But the bomb has gone down. It is all up to Fantasy now, as he's in a 1v4 situation. Moving up towards his A stairs, will be taken up by Robbins pretty easily. And 4-0's your scoreline. And for Dignitas, who, got the defensive side, it's not looking like they're defending very well.
Yeah, dangerous times now for Dignitas. They have to pick up this round, really. Otherwise, it's going to start looking pretty grim as we look at Blackmane. Hoping and praying that someone comes across. Oh, he looked away the second someone showed themselves. That was terrible. Zab does manage to take down a teammate, though, which is not going to help. Dignitas now picking up 2 kills as Robbins goes down to Fantasy. Blackmane, Blackmane gets a double there. Zabs and Katana goes down. It's all on Elking. This is such an important round for Dignitas. They got to close it out, and they will close it out. So that was 2 for Fantasy and 2 for Blackmane, I believe, there. But really, they could have done better as well. But Fan not going to help with that team kill.
No, definitely. And towards the end of that round, I don't want to say it became sloppy, but it looks like they just, said, right, there's only a couple left, just everyone throw yourselves at them. They pushed up through mid, they pushed up through wooden, they had Blackmane scoping in, standing on the middle of a wall, and they're like, right, let's just close this off this round, let's get our first round on the board, and let's take it on from there. And it's worked for them, it's worked really well, and now they're actually sitting with a round on the board. We'll see Fantasy and Blackmane starting off strong, as they do grab 2 frags. Now this is where Phantasmagoria do not need to lose their momentum. We do see Mark taking out Zabza. Robbins onto Mark. Fantasy with the reply. It's all down to Elking. And he's all the way over at A and does not have that bomb anywhere near him. No doubt Dignitas would have called where that bomb is, and they're just going to sit inside. They don't need to move any inch. They just got to wait for Elking to wander into their aim, and so he does. Cow is going to finish him off, taking it to 4-2. And Dignitas bringing it back a little bit, getting a footing in here. But Delru yet to find a frag.
Yeah, can they get any momentum? That's the question. I'm going to follow Robbins this time. He's been the mad dashing person so far. The smoke's down. He thinks it's clear. He's going to dash across, dodge the scope of Blackmane. Nothing coming of it, so he thinks it's clear. Manages to catch a glimpse of Delru, but Fantasy finishes him off though. And Delru on that top of the stairs. Marketplace backs away. Katana goes down as well. Elking with a stop nade onto Kawa. They are going to move away in towards A side. No, they're not. Stopped dead in by the tracks by Mark. Gets himself a double kill. Nicely done. Vay is the last man standing. He's in all sorts of trouble. Manages to take down Delru. They've got one on the roof just above him. Managing to spin around. Switches to Deagle. Not enough. Fantasy manages to hop, skip, and a jump and take him down with the SMG. Nicely done. And Dignitas, wow. After going 4-0, managed to pull it back to 4-3. Great comeback so far.
If they can even this out, no doubt that it's going to put a whole bunch of smiles on their face. And in the end of the day, I still think Fan are kind of looking for that 6-6 half. Attack is still it's kind of becoming a lot more even to the defensive side because you can be so aggressive, and on the other side, you can play it very slowly. We've seen both work here. Now we see Fan actually trying, or Phantasmagoria trying a really fast one. The bomb is down already. And now Dignitas need to get in there. Katana watching the back. We have got Mark in with a nade onto Zabza. Robon's taking out Fantasy. He's got one just off to his right. Can he find another one? He's heard the weapon switch. Is actually just going to leave it, call it to his teammates, and push on into this arch. Mark grabbing himself a deagle and an SMG frag as Vey and Robin's both drop. Katana moving in from the car park. He set his car on fire. He's got to move forward. There's only 15 seconds left on that clock. Katana's got to watch up here just off this side. He changes weapons a whole bunch of times, messes everything up. And Blackman with the knife in to finish it off onto Alking. And of course, Mark's going to get that defuse in, and it's going to bring it up to a 4-4. And we're going to have the timeout being called.
Brilliant, brilliant play there. Watching it straight from his view, and then you just see Blackmane coming through the smoke. Knife. Very nicely done, and Dignitas pulling it back to a 4-4. We said at 4-0 they were in trouble, and now they have evened things up very nicely indeed. I'm going to ready myself up in case I forget, which I always do. So, Dignitas calling the timeout there. So is this a tactical timeout, do we think, or is Kawa having issues again?
I saw Kawa did have the disconnect there, but he is back, so we're all good. Probably just going to wait a couple more seconds, just make sure everything is stable before we jump into that one again. But everything looks fine.
Well, I mean, if we look at the kills, Dignitas at the moment are carrying two of their members. Kawa is a little lucky, we can't really compare his stats, he's just dropped. Delru getting nothing so far, 0 for 6 going into that marketplace archway area. He is not having much luck, and it's been Vey and Robbins have just been dominating him in that area.
Definitely, and you know, Blackman is really bringing in those important scope frags for his team. He's really kind of, you know, suppressing the aggression on that mid side. I was saying how Fan were pushing in on that mid a lot. They were utilizing it a whole bunch, but Blackman here with the scope is trying to sit back a little bit more and trying to get in that scope cover. And of course, he can rotate as soon as a call is heard on either side of the map. Now we'll see him moving over towards that B side. Fantasy has grabbed himself a frag there onto Vey. He's going to push himself into that B arch. And of course now spotting an enemy, and it's all the way down to that bus. Kawa with the nade on to Katana. And we'll see two Dignitas players scoping in towards the van side. We do get a tag here as Mark pushes around the back, takes out Zabza and Elking. Last man standing is Robbins. He's all the way over at A. And once again, we have a situation 1 versus 4. Does not have the bomb anywhere near him. And we have an SMG that has now spotted a scope. Going to pick up this AK. Can he pick up the frag? No, he's going to miss a whole bunch. And what's Blackman's reply going to be to this one? Is he going to come up? No, he's still challenging. And the car blows up and kills Robbins.
So Mark is actually on fire at the moment. That's 3 kills again in that round. He's been zipping through quite happily, finding his old form, as it were. Going to have to spectate Fantasy, and at the moment I'm not sure why, because Fan are piling through. Elking and Katana picking up a kill. Fantasy already down. Robbins is the only man that got slightly tagged. Via's already got himself in towards the A site. He knows he's got 2 above him. He's just going to bide his time while Robbins comes across as well. It is a big push in towards A now. Mark has to rotate around. He needs to get himself in there. The smoke's gone down already. It's going to give him a vital sign. He's working his way towards Arches. Oh, it's been flashed up heavily. Just fires a couple of shots off. Bomb already down. Kawa is above in the sniper house at the moment. Mark is getting ready to come around that corner. He has got a whole team ahead of him. And this is a full 5-man defensive. They're going to have to pull out something special here. Kawa does manage to take down Robbins. That's in the crossfire. Comes across. Malak manages to get another. Fire is down. And that's cleared out the main bomb site area. Elking picks up a kill off Blackmane. It's a 2-on-3. Elking's tagged up massively, and they just can't quite get the kill shot though. Mark in turn gets tagged up and taken down by Elking. Nicely done from Fan though. They're in danger of throwing it away, but they managed to hold out that defense. And it is 5-5. All important rounds now as we come into the last 2.
Now, I just wanted to point out, I can't believe we missed it last round. This is a rather vital thing to state. I mean, I don't see why Dignitas were struggling off the bat, because technically, they have a James Bond on the team. Delru hit 0 for 7, 0 for 0 for 7 that round. And, you know, currently on 0 for 0 for 8. And I actually want to flick over to him. I want to see what he's up to. What's causing him to really, you know, get out there at the moment. We see Blackman scoping it up on B side. Well, Elking gets the reply onto Fantasy. Delru up here in mid does finally grab his first frag onto Katana. And will move over towards B side to cover his teammates. And it seems pretty much that he's just playing it really slow. He's going to fall back to cover that mid side. They know that Phantasmagoria pretty much all over that B area. Blackman takes out Robbins. He spotted another one up in the B arch. Can he close off that play? No, his teammate's right there to help him out and take out Elking. Your last player standing is Vey. And that'll also be shut down by Mark. And like you said, Mark, wow, absolute spearhead right now and just decimating through the Phantasmagoria defense.
But more importantly, Delru got a kill. So
That's
he's
very
1-0-8, so he's no longer on a Slayer. He's happy. He's going to toss out that nade and hope it lands and finds Tony. Got tagged up, nearly got taken down by the initial shots through the wall there. Looking across towards Zabs now with the bomb. It is going to be a fast push into B by the looks of it from Fan this time. Elking does manage to find Fantasy. They are going to clear their way out there. The smoke going down. Grenade landing in funny as home as Blackmane lands his own one. And that was Zabs with the bomb. So bomb loose at the moment on B. Looking at Vey. Vey's making his way in. Is he going to go for the bomb? No, he's not. He's going to get tagged off by Blackmane. Blackmane's getting his second there. Blackmane taken down by Robinson's fans move their way up there. Oh, nicely done. And it is just Delru. Delru's going to have to go big. He's had 1 kill the whole game. He's got to pick up 3 in this round. I'm not quite sure he's going to be up to this one. He's not having the best of time. Maybe he's been playing Modern Warfare 3 too much, like you mentioned. He does manage to get 1. The bomb goes down, though. He's got 2 more with him. And it is Robbins and Elking. They have him split. He's going to rotate around. Looks like he's going to go towards Elking that's at the top there. And Elking is the man that's going to find him. As soon as he comes around that corner, he's going to walk straight into his crosshairs. Managed to jump across, though. Dodges actually tags him up as well. So Delru's doing nicely there. But he's got a long way to go and a short time to get there. And it is 6-6. All square at the half, but I would not have called that at the start of this match.
Definitely not. I was expecting a little bit more from Delru there, I will say. Of course, I'm pretty sure a couple of people were hoping a little bit more from Delru. But either way, he did get his frag in the end. And, you know, looking over at the scoreboard, Dignitas, well, I can't say 2 split at them, or actually are kind of really split with the frag difference. You know, 14 frags there for Mark, while Delru sitting on 2. Cower disconnected, unfortunately, again. Looking over at the fan side, we see Elking, Robons, Vey, pretty big numbers in there, 8, 10, and 11 each of them. And then Zabs are in there for 3. And, you know, after 12 rounds, we're kind of looking for, you know, a frag around. Mark is really the only one that's putting his weight at the moment, and then a little bit more. So we'll have to see what he does on the attacking side. If he's going to keep up his aggression, it's definitely going to work for them. And why not just jump straight into it? Let's actually take it away here with Blackman. He's got a front spawn, and he's going to be able to find anything through this wall. He's taking a couple of pot shots. He does land it onto Zabza, that scope down for the fan side. And now we'll see Dignitas just pretty much dwindle in spawn for a couple of seconds as they try and find a frag any direction they can. Mark pushing down into mid. He does get tagged up heavily there by Robbins after Robbins pushed up and killed his teammate. Now he's going to wait for someone to come through. Robbins with that flash pops it over the wall. Is he going to push up? No, Mark's going to come flying over the wall, kill him from the top. Fire from above with Vey pushing up once again onto that mid-market area. And this is now... Oh, Blackmane with a brilliant aid there onto Vey. And what I was going to say is, you know, Fan know how to attack that mid area, and they seemingly really know how to defend it. As we see Delru taking out Elking, it is all up to Delru versus Katana. Delru's got the bomb. He's going to be pushing up through mid. Katana is on the middle air bin. Has Delru heard him? Delru is looking in that general direction. Most likely has hit him. Katana was pretty much walking around like a moose there. Is Katana going to be spotting this one? And perfect timing from his. He does actually spot Delru up in mid. Delru's going to rush over to the bomb side, see if he can get it on as quickly as he can. Has Katana got an aid? Not by the looks of it. He's not throwing anything up just yet. Bomb's going to go down. Delru's rushing for that car park, trying to get that positional advantage above that bomb site. But Katana is going to expect this, and he is pushing up towards car park. Delru seems a little bit nervous, sitting in the corner, literally looking through a pixel. He doesn't want to give anything more away. And, and he does fire off a couple of shots. He's let Katana know where he is. Katana now in a little battle. There's only a bin between them. He's spraying down through that wall. He's trying to land something. He's kind of just waiting at the moment for Delru to peek. There's only 15 seconds left on the bomb. He's got to move in now as soon as he can. He's trying to confuse Delru, but Delru coming out on top for his team. And he gets that frag, takes out Katana after getting that bomb down. Takes that 1v1, and it's going to put his team in the lead for the first time in this match.
Yeah, pressure on Delru there. He's not been having the best of games. He managed to hold it out and wisely just ran and hit. You know, had no reason. He immediately hits a nade. Had no reason to go fighting there. You just literally need to hide and count that timer down. So often than not, you see defenders just charging in there. But at the moment, it is Elking working his way around. You can see that Dignitas have worked their way in towards the A site as Vey pulls himself back. Vey or Vi, whatever you want to call him, he is working his way in there. Coward does take down Katana though. The smoke down on A. Fantasy managing to take down Robbins. There is one straight ahead of him. Vey's just laying there. Manages to take him up, but does not get the kill, unbelievably. And the bomb does go down. I cannot believe it. He was literally staring straight at him when that smoke comes down. Now he's in a 4v1. He is not going to have a chance. And Mark manages to finish him off. Mark, again, picking up more kills. 17 kills now for Mark. He is on a mission for Dignitas.
And Delru, the only man to drop that round. But I mean, again, that was brilliant team play from Dignitas. They pushed in, they had the people covering around the back, which actually got them 2 frags. And then Delru actually starting off brilliantly this round, takes out 2, and then gets killed off by a headshot. But, you know, he's done his work for the round. You can't blame him for that. We'll see the rest of Dignitas pushing slowly up towards mid. We see Mark spotting a player up on those stairs. Can his teammate Fantasy, who's alongside him, finish that player off? He's going to try the unnamed with the SMG. It's not going to work. Cow and Mark grabbing frags. It is now all down to Zabza, and he's all the way at spawn. Lands the 1 dig there onto Mark. He's heard a player in front of him here. Can he also close this one off? Lands another deagle frag there onto Fantasy. Superb work here from Zabza. He's going to be pushing up towards this A arch, and the bomb has gone down. And when you've got the bomb plant on A, well, Zabz is pretty much pre-aiming everywhere where he thinks the player could be. But the positional advantages of being in car park or being in that barrel corner is just so superior to trying to push in from that A arch. He has actually made his way up. He lands the deagle there onto Cow. He's going to pick up an AK. Can he catch Delru off guard here? Oh, it is Blackman, and he does do something. Blackman with a nade to finish off Zabza. My word. Coming back from the grave.
Would you believe it? 4 kills, 3 with a deagle, and then gets jihaded by Blackman at the end. That is just tragic. You know, he's going to be gutted. The whole team's going to be gutted after such an epic proportion fight there. But no, it wasn't to be, and we are all going once again. Dignitas are going great guns here on the attack. Oh, Zabza now missing the shot. Has his confidence been shaken by that? I wouldn't have thought so, but you never know. You never know. And Zabza has managed to pull himself back, missing that shot. Delru does go down again. Did get that double nade flag last round though, so he feels he's got one in the bag for this round already. Zabza scoping round, going to switch across towards B. No, he's going back again. Not too sure which way Dignitas are coming from here. Kawa has got that kill. It's a 3v4. Found still with that defensive advantage, and Elking going looking for the kills. Not sure he needs to. Did catch a glimpse. I think that was Blackmane. No, it wasn't, because Blackmane's already dead. He is this time. Elking taking him down. Cowell with the bomb. It's going to come out. He's got one just up his backside, but he's going to make a dash for it. He's Fantasy with him, and they're both going towards the B side. They're both actually coming around the back of them. They're not looking in that direction. Elking and Katana now coming around the side. Is Kawa? Ah, there we go. Look, Kawa's suddenly onto this one, thinking, hang on a minute. And it is Elking. He's going to come face first. Surely no, he's going for the bomb plant. Oh, but a leaping Fantasy comes around the corner. Katana coming through now with a deagle. He knows that Fantasy is around it. Would have been reported. It's going to come straight across. There is Fantasy right ahead of him. Just catches him in the arches. Does manage to take it down across to the SMG. It is Kawa on the bomb. Kawa just trying to hide on that car. Hopefully it gives him that little bit of protection. He manages to duck down, but he's been taken down with a headshot. That's going to be the defuse. Very nicely closed out by Katana there. And this time, Delru's left the game, if anything, to hide his score.
Explosives diffused.
I think he might be trying to get in that little cheeky reconnect and be like, my score? What score? I had a great score before I accidentally hit my quit key that I've specifically designed for my keyboard. But wow, the last 2 rounds, just unbelievable play coming out from both teams. That nade from Blackmane. That's not something.
It was rude.
That's not something you see every day.
He's done so much great work, and then Blackmane. So I mean, he must have just right-clicked. That's all I can think of. He must have just had it in his hand and right-clicked, just as he dropped or something. I don't know.
Look straight up and throw.
Yeah.
But I can safely say I've only ever seen that happen once before, and this is the first time in an official that has actually really made a massive difference here. Because I mean, a 1 versus 4, you in that mindset, you know you have the chance to win it. You get the last player. I mean, I'm just trying to get the viewers to understand this one. I mean, to pull off what Katana did in that round, you know, grab the first 2 frags with the Eagles, push into a secured bomb site pretty much, grab the next 2, run towards the bomb site, and be met by a nade that was thrown from a player that you just killed. That will slap you through the face really hard. Now,
Very harsh.
2 rounds in the lead. Dignitas looking strong at the moment. We have got Cow with shotgun. Is he going to stick to it? No, he's just using it for that little speed boost in the beginning of the round. He's going to switch back to his golden AK. And we see Delru. Wow, plus 10 nade again. He might not have aim, but he definitely knows how to throw a grenade very far. Now, you see Dignitas moving up still. After Delru's plus 10 nade, it seems that they are dedicated still to this A bomb site. Fantasy with the Deagle to take out Katana. They should be moving into the bomb site as soon as they can. The smokes are up, the flashes are out, and the bomb is going down. And now we'll see what can Zabza do here. Pulls out the Deagle and does land a superb shot there onto Fantasy. Going to pull out his scope. He knows one's just off to the corner, and again we see, or now we're seeing Zabza, you know, 2 frags, and he's pretty much taken no loss, or has not put himself in any bad situation to pick up these 2 frags. But he's still waiting for that player in the corner to peek out. It seems that they know Zabza has, or Dignitas know that Zabza has entrapped their player. And if we switch over here, it is Mark. Oh, and he just peeks Zabza. Zabza lets off a shot. Unfortunately, doesn't connect. Mark now knows that he doesn't really have much movement space here. He's going to re-peek it once more. Zabza moving out. And it feels that if the enemy thinks I'm looking there, I might be able to get a little bit of a different cover angle, but it's not going to work for him. Cower's going to take him out. It's all down to Vey at the moment. And wow, Delru actually nearly grabbing a frag there, but Mark stealing it right in front of him. And that's going to take it to 10-7. 3-round advantage now in favor of Dignitas. And a fan have only picked up 1 round on defense so far.
But it's okay, because anyone tuning in right now will see Delru on 2-1-0, and he didn't die at all. It's okay, everything's fine. Moving on. Katana now goes down to Blackmane. Fantasy also picking for Kill and Vader. Robin's replying on Mark. It's all going off the marketplace. Fantasy just going prone. Manages to pick up on Robin's there. Coming through, it is suddenly a 4v2 situation, and Fantasy, or Phantasmagoria should I say, are in all sorts of trouble. Delru does manage to pick up another kill there, taking Blackmane down, sorry. The last man standing gets a second, but Delru picks up another, and now he's 4-1-0. That reconnect has done everything for him, and it's 11-7. Dignitas are on fire now.
But you know, I mean, if we actually try and mirror the situation here, Phantasmagoria had gotten 4 rounds before Dignitas got 1. The thing is now, Dignitas have gotten 4 rounds, you know, to add on to that. Phantasmagoria got their 1 round, but now Dignitas has got, you know, that 1 round more. So, you know, sitting from where they were on a 4-4 scoreline before they started exchanging rounds, it's a 5-2. So it's not looking too bad. Phantasmagoria are still in this. But they got to realize now that Dignitas only need 2 more to take this map. And once they do that, they got to try and win the next 2. And of course, losing the first map to try and gain another 2 maps against a team that just beat you is by no means something you want on your shoulders. And Vey pushing up here now as he takes out Blackmane. We'll see Zabza scoping onto Delru. And it seems a couple of gears have turned over in the Phantasmagoria side's heads, as they now push up a bit, and they are taking Dignitas' gains to themselves. They are now actually pushing forward a lot more. They are playing a little bit more aggressive. But we saw them in the start of the defensive half, or on the attacking half. They played it slow, and then, you know, started picking up the pace. And again, now they're just, you know, they're playing it slow on defense, and they realize they need to pick it up a bit, because Dignitas are rushing into the bomb sites.
So here we go again. It is 11-8, and Phantasmagoria, like you say, they need to pick up this other round. The problem is, once you get that 12th round, it really makes the other team very nervous. They'll be nervous at 11. They'll definitely be nervous if Dignitas pick this one up, which is why things have slowed down. But Mark manages to find the bullets with a home on Robbins. That doesn't make sense, but it all sounds good. As Fantasy is in on the A side. Looks like Dignitas making the way in. You can see Mark just leaping through there. Blackmane does take down Katana with that nade. Fantasy just looking towards the marketplace. Bullets coming around the side, and Fantasy manages to find home. Oh, he wasn't expecting another, but he takes him down anyway. And it is all on Vey. Vey now with it all to do in a 4v1. Manages to take down Fantasy. that was in the marketplace. Delru's been relegated to the backside, and Mark picks up another. Goes to 21 frags for the round so far, the game so far. 12-8. We are on a map point here.
And 4 rounds, Dignitas going to be sitting a little bit more comfortable. You know, they're not going to be as, you know, pressured at the moment as we do see Fan, because, you know, Fan now know if they lose any of the next rounds, they are going to be the map down. And we see one of those vert nades coming out as Robin drops one right onto Mark, finishes him off. Fan looking strong this round, but they are taking it slow. But Dignitas even slower, yet to move 3 players out of their spawn area. If we have a look here at the overview, we'll see 1 player just sitting in that B car park archers. 2 of his teammates a little bit further back as they try and get that long range clearing. We'll see Zabza scoping up against Blackmane. Zabza falling back instead. Well, they're going to see if we can get a little bit of a different angle on the situation. Blackmane takes our Katana, but now that Zabza has moved out of there, he's got to realize that the defenses on A are thinning. And he might need to rotate all the way back. He does do so. Robon's there onto Fantasy. Zab's got to be careful of a car. Does realize it at the last second. Gets out of the way. Now we'll see Delru pushing forward. Takes out Viking. Delru having a lot better of a time here after his little reconnect. Blackmane there with the barrel killers. He takes out Robons and Elking. What were they doing so close to each other? Zabs is now last man standing. Terrible situation to be in. And it is going to be 13-8 first round. Oh, sorry, first map here in favor of Dignitas.
Yeah, absolutely stealing the kills at the end there. 22 for Blackmane, 21 for Mark. So Blackmane stealing it for the top fragger in the map. And really, it was all about that double kill. And like you say, what were they doing running through the arches next to the barrel together, side by side? It goes without belief. But it is going to be Crossfire by the looks of it. And this is a good map in my eyes.